Hi, today I'd like to talk about FitShipper. FitShipper is a new tool that I'm developing to help people that sell mainly on eBay and Amazon Merchant Fulfilled ship their items more easily. I'm just going to do a quick demonstration today of how you would use FitShipper. I've got a PlayStation that I need to ship out, and I need to find out what's the best way to ship it. Right now this primarily works for USPS, first class and priority. Eventually we'll probably be adding FedEx and UPS support, but in the meantime it works really well with postal service. So what I'm going to need is the item I'm going to ship. I'm going to need my scale, and I'm going to need a tape measure. And the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and measure the item I'm going to ship. I'm going to weigh it, and then I'm going to put those parameters into FitShipper, and it's going to tell me not only the best way to ship it as far as the cost of shipping, but also if I have a box in my storage room here, if I have a box that I can use to ship it out, which box it will fit in, and of those boxes, which one's the cheapest to ship it in, whether it's a flat rate, a regional rate, or just a standard free priority shipping box. Or if I have a box that I have in that isn't a free one, but just one I have laying around or one I've gotten from the store. So no matter which box you have, it'll tell you which one's going to be the cheapest, which one it'll fit in. And also, once it finds the cheapest one and the one it'll fit in, if there's a tie, if you've got several boxes it'll fit in, they're all the same price, it'll find the smallest box that it'll fit in, so you can reduce the amount of packaging materials you have to use to ship your item. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this PlayStation here. It looks like I'm about 10.5, 11 inches long. I'll go ahead and put in 11. Looks like I'm about 7.25 wide. And it looks like I'm going to be about 2.5 inches tall. Alright, now that I've got the measurements out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and weigh it on my postal scale. And I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but it weighs 2 pounds, 11.2 ounces. And you can put it in exactly that way. I'll go ahead and just round it up to 12 ounces since it's gonna do that anyway. Okay, now that I've got the measurements done, I have to put in the zip code that I'm sending from, and then also the zip code I'm going to send to. I'm just going to put in 90210 for now. Right now it does not support Canada or international, just the domestic US, but we'll be adding Canada and international soon. So put in the from zip, the to zip. I've already put in the length, width, and height, and then the weight. And then also you'll see there's an advanced tab here. Now the advanced tab has right now 3 different options. One is the minimum padding. So some people, when they measure, they kind of do it in their head. They know they need 1 inch on each side, or however much padding you like to add. Or you can have FitShipper do it for you. Right now it defaults to just 1/10 of an inch, which should take care of most variations in measuring. But I'm going to go ahead and put in, I want a 1 inch on each side. I don't want to send it standard or economy. This is going to go expedited, which in this case means priority mail. If you did want to send, this is going to be too heavy to send first class, but if you had an item you wanted to send first class, you could hit standard, or if you had something you might want to send parcel post, you can put economy. Now if you have expedited marked, but economy, standard post happens to be cheaper, it'll still show you the price. You can still see it, it just won't highlight it as the best option. So if you want to highlight it, choose economy, but at least you'll be able to see if there's a big disparity in price. It'll be on the screen for you to see. I'm going to select expedited on this one. And then also we have the discounted rate. Retail, if you're going to take this to the post office and pay for postage there, that's how much it's going to cost. The next option is what most people that use eBay, if you're using eBay labels, are going to want to choose. It's the default. It's the commercial base price. I'm actually a eBay top rated seller, so I can choose the commercial plus price, and it'll factor in the discount pretty close to what eBay is going to charge me. So once I've got those options selected, Once I hit Find Best Fit, it'll actually save all these options for me, so next time I come to the site I won't have to put them in again. And also the from zip, you're generally going to be shipping from the same from zip every time, so it'll save that for you too. Alright, go ahead and hit the Best Fit, and as you can see it's pulled up a list of all the different boxes right now that are programmed in, which are all of the flat rate boxes, all of the regional boxes, and then also all of the free standard priority boxes are there. It's also going to show you right now what's called your box, which is a generic box. It isn't exactly going to tell you what it's going to cost because the dimensions are $99.99. Obviously you can't ship a box that big, but that just means that none of the free priority boxes will fit this particular item, and I'm going to have to find a box that'll fit. It uses the dimensions that I put in for the PlayStation plus the padding to get the prices, so that price will be accurate as long as your box isn't much bigger than the dimensions you put in plus the padding. And then also you'll see in green here, one box is green. That means it does fit, although it's not the cheapest at $47.43. It's really expensive, so that one's not going to fit. I mean, so that one's not going to be the cheapest, but it does fit, and none of the other boxes will actually fit this item. So that tells me I need to go find a box, and it's going to cost me $12.53 to ship this to California. And that's what I would do. So it might be the case I might be able to fit this if I ease up a little bit on my padding requirements. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1/2 inch here because I don't really like that option too much, and see if I can find a better one. And so when I do that, what I find out is I've got several more options. Between the large flat rate box down to my own box is still an option, regional B1 and C are an option. So these are all the possible boxes I have that'll fit in, and now I can see that this will actually fit into a priority box 7, which is great because I don't have to find a box or buy a box. It's a free one from the post office you can order, and I'm not going to save any money over the regular priority rate if I had used my own box, but at least I have a box I know I can put it in. So one thing I can do is I can see if I can get even more aggressive on the amount of padding I'm willing to have on this shipment. This is a low dollar item and not very much profit in it for me, so I might take a risk at it getting damaged. I'll go ahead and reduce the padding down to a 1/4 inch, and it's a 1/4 inch on each side, so it's going to be a total of a 1/2 inch in each dimension. All right, so there's some good news. When I drop it down to a 1/4 inch padding, all of a sudden I can see quickly that this fits in a medium flat rate box, and instead of costing $12.53 for a priority box, it's going to actually cost me only $10.65, save me a couple dollars there, and I'll be able to send this out and not lose any money on postage. So that's essentially how the FitShipper application works. Really simple. Measure the item, put in the weight, where it's from and where it's going to. Have some advanced options there if you need them, and it'll quickly show you which boxes are available that fit your item, and then which of those boxes is the cheapest and best one to ship it in. So if you'd like to try out the FitShipper application, it's a free application to use over at FlipperTools.com.